They're all racing. Today, let me tell you about this one. This is more of a rant video. At BJ's, okay, I pull in, which is like a Costco. And I went to the BJ's gas pumps where I get a discount with my BJ's card. A guy starts up a yellow Corvette with probably the biggest motor you can get in one. And he took all of his mufflers off, apparently. And when it starts, it's one of these rev up to red line automatically and then down to idle. I mean, it was startling to hear this car start up. But then it idled, and he had this hot rod, you know, loud ass Corvette. So this guy with this Corvette, I don't know if he's a young guy or an old guy, whatever. He starts up real loud, and then he pulls out, and one of the guys in the tire department of BJ's is standing out there, I guess, really admiring his cool sounding loud ass Corvette. So he literally revs it up, not once, not twice, not 3 times. Yeah, he just kept pumping the accelerator to where he tried to blow the motor up.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Oh.
Yeah, Tim, you kind of stink. And that's twice. That guy said that twice. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. Tim just don't complain. Hi, everybody. Happy ViBeMas Day 8. So Tim is out here. He's dropped probably, I don't want to say 10 videos. Who knows? He is desperately trying to get as many views as possible. It's kind of one of those weird things where Google pays more on the AdSense, or YouTube on the AdSense during December, because a lot of companies are advertising due to it being obviously the Christmas season. But on the other hand, maybe the views are down potentially on videos, especially content like Tim's, potentially because people are out doing stuff for Christmas. But, you know, Tim did this evening chat last night, and as you can hear, he's complaining about some guy's car. Not that he's ever loud at the campground. So anyway, oh goodness, just take it away. He gives us some financial stuff. Oh goodness. Can we bear it? I don't know. Let's see. Take it away, Timmy.
I digress. And then he drove on out of there. And of course, when he got on the road, it was wide open, you know, in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. There's a roundabout just right there that he had to yield to cars coming around. This guy's he's not a driver, he's a freak show. And so that's what I'm dealing with, you know, out there on the streets when I get on the motorcycle. So if I ride the freeway, you know, I can go with the flow of traffic, or I can get over in the slow lane or whatever. I feel a little safer. And then once I...
Who are you talking to, Timmy? I'm getting concerned over here. You just really... I mean, this guy could chat to a camera without a problem in the world. Mind you, I'm talking to a microphone and a computer with Timmy in front of it. So what can I say? In the dark, pretty much. Since I still have a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from the Sip and 4, and it is snowing in my hometown at the moment, which is unusual in Virginia Beach to have snow this early in the season, because it's still technically, I think, fall. I don't think we've technically hit winter. And so it's interesting that we've already got an inch or so of snow out there. And I had to make sure I salted everything this morning before I left to work, because the snow was going to start to be coming down before I got home. And you can hear it in my voice. It's been busy. Anyway, Tim's scared he's going to be taken out on his motorbike. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I would be too.
Get down to where there's nobody, you know, like right on me, or I'm not right up on them, I'll enjoy it. But man, riding around the city here, look, when you think about people that spend their...
All right, Tim. I know you're going to have a whole conversation about how people should spend their money and how you get to do what you want, because that's what you always talk about. So my preface to this is, you knew you live in Florida. You knew that the rest of the country was about to have winter. You just started to get these motorcycle videos in your YouTube. I tell you, Tim, you did not need to get YouTube Premium. Every time you get into a habit of watching some content on YouTube, it ends up costing you some type of money because you look at the views that these people are getting, sorry, and you assume that you can turn your content into the same thing. And I don't think that's necessarily the case. You know, it's you got that one time with that retirement content. You should have kind of stuck with your niche. And I think you just put out too many videos, you got too greedy, you didn't take your editing game up, people saw through you, figured out a lot of your EIDL and a lot of your stuff, you delete, then you showed yourself without any clothes on in the refrigerator. Tim, it's been a lot.
Money. I get comments sometimes how I spend my money. Like you're supposed to tell me how to spend my own money and what you think is best. Well, look, I'm not getting on you. I do the same thing as you do. I think about some people that have money, and I know several people. They have money, they don't spend it. They never spend any money. They don't want to spend it. They saved their entire lives, and they got plenty of money. And then there's people that are just need to be saving. They're young. They got their whole lives in front of them, and they got children, and if they want to go to colleges, and they need, all this building and banking, and they're just out going shopping and taking cruises and getting on airplanes and renting cars, and they're doing, and you're thinking, I need to tell you how to spend your money. You need to stop spending. And then I look over here and I say, you need to start spending. Well, I got put in my place, and it, not in a mean way, but the way they said it, I was like, the light just went off. A person told me, he said, well, Tim, you do you. But really, that's basically what it was, is this person says, I don't ever tell people what they should do. I'll tell them what I would do, and whatever the situation is, and not just about money, but in anything. This person's very wise, and this person.
I wonder who he's talking about. I don't think that's Tammy. Must be Fred. Oh, gosh. Oh, my. I should have used that picture for the thumbnail. Oh, too late now. I've already made it. Darn it. I won't have time. I might have to save that picture. Hold on, guys. This is, when you get potential gold like that, you got to take advantage. Click. Okay, keep going, Tim. But his eye does not look good. All right, keep going, Tim.
Really made me think and shut my mouth, because who am I to tell you that you need to spend or you need to save? Because people should do what they want to do. It doesn't matter what you would want to do.
Well, Tim, the thing is, and not to be a harsh critic of your channel, but you came in as channel was talking about being a minimalist and living in an RV lifestyle. And I think that implies that in some way it's going to indicate you're going to talk a little bit about money and finances along the way, because you certainly hit your big payday with your Social Security secrets at 62. And obviously most people think about Social Security because it's money. And, I guess he's tired of people probably dogging him about having spent $26,000 on a motorbike. He can't ride a great deal. Okay, Tim, well, let's follow your idea of your wise friend. If I were you, if that were me, and I had $26,000 sitting in the bank, and I had the choice of keeping that money in the bank or buying a motorcycle that I may ride once in a blue moon, because I don't enjoy riding in the state I live in. I don't really travel that often. Now I hear you're selling stuff in order to get money together. It's one of your videos you released today that said that you're selling some stuff and you're going to use those monies to go travel. Now, I don't know if that was just an absolute dry bag or what, but oh, goodness. But anyway, Tim, your content was about finances. So you can't come out here now and say that you don't want to do a financial channel. And then the other thing is, if I had $26,000 in the bank, and the choice of buying that motorbike and saving it, I personally would save my money. I think that's where I was going in circles.
That's the only thing that matters is you just do you, because you're going to see this. You're going to see other people and you're going to think the opposite. But who are you? Who am I to judge and to say, oh, they should be spending or they should be saving? They're going to, they're going to run their credit cards or whatever. You know what? Let people do what they want to do. This is what I've learned. And I kind of knew it. I really have been aware of this.
Yeah, that doesn't always work, just letting people do whatever they want to do. There just has to be a limit to that, you do have to have times where if people are acting in ways which seem foolhardy, or maybe they're giving their money to a romance scammer, maybe you should intervene. So I don't think this is necessarily the world's best advice. As sage as it sounds, I think there is always circumstances where this isn't appropriate. But Tim just wants to, this just applies to Tim, of course, that he just wants other people to stop telling him what to do.
Yes. But I found myself really, let's say it's a billionaire even, and they're buying, things they probably don't even need. Who the heck am I to tell anybody how they should spend or save their money? People have a right. They got their one contract deal in this life, just like I do. And if they want to do it this way, they want to paint their house white. This guy wants to paint his house blue. Go ahead. So I no longer, now I can say, like this person said, I can say what I would do. And if it was something that someone thought, well, maybe I should do what you said you would do, because people are alike. A lot of people do save.
Is this your way of trying to get out of having zero expertise in any subject matter? Just to say, well, you know what? If I had an eye doctor and he had results and I had $45 that I could spend to follow up with my eye doctor to find out if I'm losing my eye to glaucoma, I probably would spend the $45, especially if my eyesight were deteriorating. I certainly would not be just complaining about the cost of my eye drops. I'd be grateful that I could access such thing to save my eyes. I think that's how I would perceive it. I would have an attitude of gratitude. And for somebody who loves to pop out a Crushing It for Christ video, which we know you did recently, Tim's been having all sorts of problems, supposedly, with his audio and his setups and all sorts of stuff. Oh my gosh. You know what? I need to play this again. Hold on one moment, guys. Hold on. So let's just do it. I got to.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, he does. Tim really is stinking tonight. Good Lord.
A lot of people do spend. So it's not like we're all different. But if you recognize from listening to what people say and give advice, even listening to sermons, if it's applicable and you can apply it in your life and it makes sense to you, well, then you change. But all you can do is say what you would do. And then you can lead them to water. That's it. So I just wanted to get that out there, because I was making a comment and then I was told, look, it doesn't matter if I die with the first nickel I ever made. It doesn't matter if I die broke and spend all my money in.
Who told Tim off for spending? Did Tammy come and tell you off for spending $26,000 on that gold wing? Did she think you were wild with your money, Tim? Are you showing how frivolous you are with money, making it seem like that maybe no, maybe Tim not the best place to park my hat for Miss Tammy. Park her Cadillac. Oh, Tim. Somebody got under Tim's skin, but or said something, and he's been triggered. As much as he wants to say his friend was wise, Tim's been triggered by it, in my estimation. Oh yeah, that's my fair use over on the side, Tim.
Whatever. I did what I wanted to do until I went broke. I'm speaking about like other people. I hope not to go broke. We all hope not to go broke. Speaking of broke, things are getting expensive, aren't they? And yet they act like
Oh no. I don't know what content Tim's been digesting recently. So I don't know what Tim's thought on the economy is going to be. I'm sure he's going to tell you to use this Amazon affiliate link at some point. Make sure to hype my videos. That helps out small creators like me, and more people find this great content I'm just delivering of some of the most boring creators on the entire platform.
and people act like things are free. Things are cheap. They're buying houses, cars. At the grocery store, they're at Publix at the most expensive one. They're throwing in the steaks. They're buying these. They're spending. You know, they got plenty of money. So I don't know where this recession depression is yet. I don't know where.
Well, Tim, just because you see people out spending money doesn't mean that they have the money. I mean, we know that you used your credit card in order to take care of your teeth, and you're telling us you've got another problem with the tooth, so the credit card's going to be coming out again. You recently have admitted that you applied for another credit card. You also owe $300 a month on a $52,400 EIDL money that you took from the Small Business Administration. And so, I mean, you can't get out there and be all holier than thou. I mean, some of these people, I mean, they could be all show like you know, showing off with a truck, even though it's like a contractor's truck, or showing off with a gold wing, or, you know, you're setting up all this stuff around an RV that is not designed for full-time living. And at some point, it's going to start to be unable to be lived in. I mean, as nice as the fixtures look at the moment, certain aspects of the roof and other things are going to have issues, you know? So, I mean, you can't live the next 20 years in that RV, Tim. It is going to get beat up by that Florida sun after a while. I mean, this isn't going to be a full-time choice. As much as you like this RV, it's not going to hold up over time.
You know, there's going to be a stock market crash or a housing crash when there's people lined up to keep buying them. They're paying cash for them. I know that's not the case with most people that do want to buy their first home or second home and they need to make a mortgage. I understand. I'm one of those. But
is Tim still wanting to buy a home, which I'm not going to poo-paw anybody's dreams. I hope Santa gets you a contract on a home for Christmas, Tim, but you need to be understanding, because one day you're talking about not wanting it and the other day you talk about wanting a home. I mean, you are so, I mean, if you want to make a decision to get a house, you got to stay committed. It's work, and it's a lot of paperwork and stuff. It's a lot. I mean, everyone will tell you it's a very stressful process.
It's a different time. So it is now 5 minutes till 6. I made so many videos today. I ran out of things to talk about. You're skipping around now. You have no idea how many videos I've made today. And 2 with the audio issue and 2 or 3 more where it fell off the windshield into the floor. It was dumb. Kind of like this one. But hey, it is what it is. We got to make.
Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it, Tim? Because you're just going to put out whatever content available and push it out 5 or 6 of these a day. You're knocking 2,500 views, 2,800 views, which is still more than I get, but I'm a microscopic channel comparatively to yours, Tim. And I'm talking about you. What boring content could that be? But anyway, Tim, you know, you just, you know, you overdo it. You make too many videos. Now I'm putting out one a day for the, you know, the ViBeMas, Vlogmas. I don't do vlogs. We're reacting to Tim's vlog in the ViBeMas world as part of the month of December, because, you know, that's how kind of it's supposed to go when you're a content creator. We'll see how well we do. This is day 8. I'm already feeling tired. And I got other things like school, for grad school. I know people find that sad. I'm in grad school. And obviously work. Stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot going on. And you know, just one last time, because, you know, why not just let you know what I think of Tim's content real fast.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, he really does stink. And if you would like to leave me some stinky fish in the comment section, I know it's not very festive, but just to say how much this content that Tim's been putting out recently stinks. You know, at least his Georgia content had some vaguely interesting stuff in it. If you like, you know, family vlogging stuff, but there's stuff where he's just, you know, back to doing his complaining in the RV on the Bradenton slab is just, yeah, too much, Tim, too many a day. One a day of these, fine, but, you know, 6 of your morning chats, part 5, 6, and 7 it's too much. All right, guys, appreciate you. Well, talk to you later. Don't forget to hit the likes, make a comment, subscribe before you head out, and we'll check you on the next ViBeMas. Bye.